Today, we're going to be going over the rarest weapons in Destiny 2. Some of these weapons have less than 0.1% of players ever obtaining this weapon. Some of these weapons aren't in the game anymore. Some of them have been sunset. Some of them you can still get. If you have any of these weapons, congratulations, you have some of the rarest weapons in the game. I'm going to be going through every single category of all the guns in Destiny 2 and label each of the rarest guns in the game. Thank you to Warmind.io for keeping all of these tracks. They track every single player that plays Destiny, and this website refreshes very often, so all of their stats and information is up to date. So without further ado, let's get into the list and let's list off every single rarest gun in Destiny 2. So let's start off with the auto rifles. We have the Rufus Fury, and in particular the Adept version. This is the rarest auto rifle in Destiny 2 right now. Now you can see there is two rarity percentages. One is the global rarity and one is the adjusted rarity. We're going to be going off the adjusted rarity today purely because at the bottom of the website, global rarity is compared to every Guardian in the population of Destiny 2, whereas the adjusted rarity is compared to Guardians with over 10 hours of playtime. So just for the case of this video, I'm going to go over the adjusted rarity just to compensate for basically anyone who's played Destiny for more than 10 hours. So only 0.4% of players have the Rufus Fury in the Adept version. This is a great auto rifle, and this one comes from the Root of Nightmares raid, in particular the Masters mode to get the Adept version. I just got one of these the other day, and I'm leveling it up right now, and I'm really excited to use this one. So if you got this one, congratulations. Coming up next, we have the Scout rifles, and we have the Motion to Compel. Wow, this was back in the day. This was the original Trials of Osiris that came to Destiny 2. It was actually called the Emissary of the Nine. It then changed to Trials of Osiris. So I believe you had to finish a Emissary of the Nine ticket back in the day and claim this Scout rifle. I've never seen this. I've never seen anyone use this. Only 23,000 people have it, 0.1%. Wow, that's pretty rare. It looks pretty cool too. Like, I wish Bungie would bring back some of these cooler skins now. That's a really cool skin. I only ever played one flawless ticket of Emissary of the Nine. It's a little bit of a flex there on my emblem. I can flex that I went flawless in the Trials of the Nine once. That's pretty cool. So, you know, I actually can say I played the Trials of the Nine, but I know a lot of players didn't because that was in the first year of Destiny 2, and it shows. Only 0.1% of players have ever gotten this Scout rifle. I definitely didn't get it, so yeah, wow. Moving on to the bows, we have the Whistler's Whim, and only 1% of all Destiny players have the Whistler's Whim Adept version. This weapon is actually removed from the game. I made a video a few weeks ago stating that the Whistler's Whim is being removed from the Trials of Osiris loot pool. You get this one from the Flawless chest once you have been flawless in Trials of Osiris and getting to the Lighthouse. So that is already a challenge in itself, and a lot of players just don't even play Trials. So if you have the Whistler's Whim Adept, which I do, and I'm pretty proud of that, you are in the top 1% of the rarest players to have this Whistler's Whim. But anyway, let's move on to the Fusion rifles. The Exile's Curse in the Adept version. I feel like a lot of these are going to be the Adept versions or the Master Raid versions purely because a lot of players aren't good enough to complete those harder challenges in the game. But this one is only 0.3%. Wow. This is a very rare fusion rifle. This one is also from going flawless in Trials and getting it from the Lighthouse. You're probably wondering why a lot of these Trials of Osiris weapons are the rarest. That's because Trials of Osiris resets weekly. Every new season, Bungie chains up the loot pool for Trials of Osiris. So sometimes one weapon will be in rotation that season, but the next season it's not going to be in the loot pool. So you've really only got one or two chances that specific season to go flawless in those weeks of that season to actually obtain this weapon. So if you can't play that one weekend when Trials of Osiris is active, you're just simply not going to get that weapon. And that just really shows with the Exile's Curse and the Whistler's Whim. These are both really rare flawless weapons, and I didn't even know that these percentages could be this low. That's crazy. Coming up next, we have the shotguns. Oh my god, this has to be the rarest gun in the game, the Wishbringer shotgun. You've got this through earning rank up packages in Lord Shaxx. Only 1,000 players have ever obtained this Wishbringer. It even says 0% of players have this. 0.002% of players have this weapon. Only 1,000 players. That is incredible. If you have the Wishbringer in your inventory or your vault, do not delete that. You are one of 1,000 people that have this gun. I'm going to pin your comment, so if you have it, let me know in the comments. I'll pin it, and wow, congratulations. That is definitely the rarest gun in Destiny. Only 1,000 players. I can't believe that. Wow, congratulations if you have that one. Coming up next, we have the Glaives. Again, another Adept version, meaning the Master Raid. Now, this one is the Lubray's Ruin. This is from Vow of Disciple in the Master mode. You can only get this from the final boss, Rhulk. So you have to be able to do Rhulk on Master to get this drop. Really, only 0.5% of players have this. I'm surprised. I really can't believe only 0.5% 0.5% of players have actually completed, you know, Master Vow and got the Lubres Ruin Adept version. That's crazy. I thought a lot of more players did that, but I guess a lot of players don't do Master Raids as much as I thought. Moving on to the grenade launchers, again, we have another Adept version. This one is from the Root of Nightmares, and only 0.4% of players have this grenade launcher. This is from the newest Root of Nightmares raid, like I just said, and it is from the Master Mode. This raid's been out for about 9 weeks now. I'm surprised only 0.4% of players. That's a really small percentage that actually have this gun. That's crazy. Moving on to the hand cannons, we have the Zalu's Bane in the Harrowed version. Again, the Master version of the King's Fall raid. This is the only way to get this one, and once again, it's only on a specific rotation each week. Only 0.4% of players have this. This is definitely not one of my go-to hand cannons in the game. For my liking, it's got a very slow reload, and honestly, if you're going to be using a hand cannon, you may as well just be using the Fate Bringer. It's probably the best hand cannon in the game. That's even if you're going to want to use hand cannons in PvE. I just don't think there's even a place for hand cannons, but there you go, Zalu's Bane. 0.4% of players have it. Up next, we have machine guns, and again, another King's Fall raid weapon from the Master Raid. We have the Quillam's Terminus in the Harrowed version. 0.4% of players. Wow. Again, very low. I guess a lot of people just didn't want to play King's Fall Master when it came out. Coming up next, we have the Pulse Rifles, and we have the Redrix Claymore. Holy, this is a huge throwback to the original Destiny 2. This gun, you can't even get this anymore. As you can see, only 20,000 people got this gun. 0.1% of players ever have this gun, or had it. They might have deleted it. I hope they didn't, because they can't get it back. This was obtained through getting the glory rank Fabled in the Crucible. Back in the earliest days, I don't even remember which year of Destiny this one came out, but damn, this is a throwback to the early days of Crucible. People were dominating the Crucible with this gun. That is crazy. I can't believe that only 20,000 people got this. If you have this gun, congratulations. Do not delete that. That's like a collector's items in Destiny. Wow. Congratulations. Only 0.1. Moving on to the Linear Fusion Rifles. Another one from the Root of Nightmares. This is going to be quite common, I think, in this list because it's the newest encounter and it's some of the newest guns in the game. So obviously, a lot of people aren't going to get these guns. This one is from the Root of Nightmares raid. Only 0.3, 67,000 people have this gun so far. That's pretty cool. I feel like this might drop in the ranks later on as more and more people do Master Ron. But we'll see. We'll see. So coming up next, we have the rocket launchers and we have the button. I'm going to be honest here, I've never even seen this gun. I've got about 3,000 or 4,000 hours in Destiny 2, and I honestly don't even remember this gun, I'm going to be honest. Complete Crucible matches and earn rank up packages from Lord Shaxx. Wow. There was a couple seasons where I didn't play Destiny. I sort of had a break, so maybe it was in those, but 22,000 people only have this gun. Again, 0.1%. If you have this gun, congratulations. Keep that. That is a collector's item. Wow, I can't believe that. Sidearms, again, another one from the Root of Nightmares. We have 0.5% of players have the Michael's Reverence Adept version of the sidearm. This one's really cool. I do enjoy this. I just need one more copy of this so I can craft that myself. Moving on to the sniper rifles, we have the Defiance of Yasmin, one of the best PvP snipers in the game. You get this from doing the Master Raid King's Fall. Only 0.4% of players can get this. And that's fair enough. Honestly, there's a lot of other weapons in the King's Fall raid that I would prefer to get before the Defiance of Yasmin. It's not that good in PvE. This is a PvP sniper only. And realistically, there's no point in having the Harrowed version when you can just craft the normal version for PvP. So, yeah, that's understandable that only 0.4% of players have that one. Moving on to submachine guns. Wow, another one from the Trials of the Nine. This one, holy, I've never even seen this one. This is pretty cool. So again, you had to finish and go flawless, I guess, in the Trials of the Nine. Only 38,000 people have this, 0.2%. This one's not as rare as the other one, but, you know, still, you definitely can't get this gun anymore. So if you have this, wow, keep that in your inventory. That's a little bit of a flex. That one's pretty rare. Up next, we have the Solar's Scar. Apparently 1% of players have this, so this is going flawless in the Trials of Osiris Lighthouse, the Adept version. This one's pretty cool. I think I got this once, but I must have dismantled it because I just thought, well, what's the point in using a sword if it's not, you know, the half-trues with eager edge? This one's pretty cool. It's got a cool little shape to it, you know. It's one of a kind design in a sword, so if you got this one, that's pretty cool. 1% of players have that one. Finally, wrapping up the list, we have the Trace Rifles, and we have the Acacia's Dejection Adept version from the newest Root of Nightmares raid. 0.5% of players only have this one. That is pretty cool. This is a really good trace rifle. I believe this is, in my opinion, one of the best trace rifles in the game. If you can get the perfect gold roll of this, you can get like target lock reconstruction, incandescent. This is a great trace rifle. So if you don't have one of these, make sure you try and get one. It is very cool. But that sums the list up, Guardians. That is every single gun category in Destiny 2 and their rarest variants in each category. Unfortunately, this website sums both the energy grenade launchers and the heavy grenade launchers into one category, so I can't exactly tell which is the rarest energy grenade launcher in the game. But if it was up to me and I'd take a vote, it's probably the Mountaintop, which was obtained a few years ago, but we will never know, I guess. We'll find out one day maybe. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or my content, feel free to drop a like or a subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any of these weapons. If you do, congratulations, you have some of the rarest guns in Destiny 2 and you should be proud of that. But thank you for watching and I'll see you later.